Hello.
Hey, Sophia.
Hi.
How are you, sweet pea?
I'm doing good. I
Good.
actually woke up early this morning.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, just because the impact signups.
Ah. Um, are you in I can't remember. Are you in my second period or third?
I'm in third.
Okay. So you got a copy of the Relations and Functions Dictionary, right? I think I only spaced it in second period for some reason.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Good. So did you knock out a whole what'd you put as your, and I'm not going to be insulted, but what'd you put as your choices? Or do you mind my asking?
Of impact.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, my first choice was the thrill of hope because it's really special to me because of like my biological siblings were in foster care, and it's really special. So that's my first pick. My second
Oh,
is the backyard adventures where you go out and do adventurous stuff.
okay.
And then
Was that local?
yes, like Alabama would be the farthest we go out. But
Okay. There were so many of them. It's hard to keep them all straight. So, yeah, Momo thought about the thrill of hope also.
yeah, I like that one. I was watching
Yeah.
videos on it last night.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll be praying for
Thank
you because that'll be fun. That definitely will be fun. But most assured. So, because of getting up early, did you knock out a bunch of schoolwork already? Although you work pretty fast anyway, don't you?
Only in math. I only work fast in math and geography.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let me ask you then, since you kind of work fast. I didn't assign any problems with this because I figured between having to start and stop two videos and write this down and take picture or like kind of draw some pictures or whatever, that I try to aim for about 45 minutes, 45 minutes to an hour max for math on your at home days. So were you able to get it done in that, or have you had a chance to do it yet?
Yeah, I got it done pretty quickly.
Okay. So it wasn't too bad.
No.
Oh, good. Good. Hey, Mary Faith.
Hey, Miss Sparks.
Are you and are you in Sophia's class? Are y'all in the same class, or are you one of the ones that I spaced handing out the dictionary?
No, we're in the same class.
Oh, okay. It's really bad that I can't keep y'all straight. I hope you forgive me. I can't remember who's in which class. I just know you're all my babies. That's all I know.
Aw.
But I don't remember who's in what class. I think later on in the year I get better at that. I just know that you guys are my ninth graders. I do know that much. I can get that. Well, I guess that's good.
I have a couple questions.
Okay.
Not for the definitions, but how to like make an example of it.
Okay.
The first one's with the discrete graph and the continuous graph.
Okay. Let me see.
Oh,
Let me see.
in the book.
There was one in the book.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. But okay. That's good to know. Obviously, she didn't do a picture either, so I'll look it up in the book and draw it here because this is somebody else's answer key. So that's good. Where was the picture of it, Sophia?
I think it was.
Was there a glossary or something in the back?
On page 161.
Cool. Because a discrete graph is just one that's not connected.
Yeah.
Mary Faith, so that so it actually a couple ways that you could do it, like just an example even before I look it up, but like you could draw the little quadrant thingamabob, and then you just draw a bunch of points, Mary Faith, all over the place.
Ooh.
Oh, that's it?
Okay. Yeah, it's just a graph where it's not connected. And then a continuous graph is just like a line, or you could actually draw something like this. It's where the dots or the points on it are connected. I'm going to look up that picture though. What did they put, Sophia?
It was just a graph with like the discrete one had unconnected dots and the continuous one just had like an infinite arrow.
Oh, okay. What did you say? 167?
161, I think.
Okay. Did you have any questions about? Oh, yeah. There it is. Cool. Yeah, my dots look real random. Okay, good to know. Hey, Sophia.
Yep.
Do you mind posting that on Google Classroom?
There's a way you can do that.
Yes. You know my post where I had the videos and the extra copy of the definitions? You can actually add a comment if you want to.
Oh.
And you can just say, hey, Miss Sparks asked me to post that you can get a picture of a discrete. You can get pictures and definitions of discrete and continuous functions on page 161 in the book.
I thought I could only post private comments.
I don't think so. I don't know. I've had people comment to me,
You
but
can post public comments. So I've
you
done
can
it.
try it. But the downside is that I probably need to post that for every class, because that's really good information. And it would, I mean, it's good to help your class, but I want to give you credit, you know, for being the genius behind it.
I also had another question.
Okay.
You could put an announcement
Page where it says zeros, common difference, and arithmetic sequence formula. I wasn't sure on the zeros and common differences what to put as the example. And on the arithmetic sequence formula, I wasn't sure what to do with the definition or the example.
Okay. Well, here it is. The zero.
For the arithmetic sequence formula, I put the example in the definition.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Well, now you can see what the definition is and that. We're not going to go too in depth on that this year, but it is a way to find like lines and stuff. And so that's why it's there. But really key, I'll be pounding this in by the end of the year. Zeros are also sometimes referred to, obviously the definition here is the x-intercepts of the graph of a function, the points for which f of x equals 0, which means y equals 0. It also, you might want to write this on your definition page. This is also known as roots, solutions, or x-intercepts. On the zeros, right here, these are also called roots. But it's x-intercepts. So it's anywhere that a function, whether that's a polynomial function, a quadratic function, a linear, or any of them, it's where it crosses the x-intercept, x-axis, I'm sorry. So it's roots, zeros, x-intercepts.
okay, if you don't mind, if you could keep that up for a second.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Don't mind at all. And obviously, these visuals and these examples are, you know, there could be a number of them. You know, these are just somebody else's idea. There's also, no, that's a summation. Never mind. I was thinking,
what does the arithmetic sequence formula say? Is this a formula used to find the what?
nth Nth. That's like N with a TH on it. Nth term. It's, see in the formula how it has this little tiny N in it?
Yeah.
That means like that for whatever reason in arithmetic and geometric sequences, it always deals with the sub n, meaning any number or any place in the sequence. Like if you're dealing with a series or a sequence, and you're trying to find like the 5th number in the sequence or the 100th number in the sequence, that means the nth.
Okay.
Good questions. Y'all are asking great questions. I was kind of curious. I was like, I wondered what type of questions, that I would get on these, but this is with functions. Like it's such a, I don't know, a vocabulary intensive. Like, I don't want to go on the assumption that everybody understands what some of these things mean. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because if I move on and I assume that everybody knows that a 0 is where something crosses the x-axis, it would be bad. Or the difference between a function and relation. Those are all, everybody kind of comes from a different place. So I don't really know what terms people know and that they don't know. But I love, Sophia, that you found that discrete and continuous function in there. This, our book kind of, I don't know, it just randomly puts the unit that we're going over right now, it puts it in all kinds of random places in the text. Like there's a piece of it in chapter 1, and I think there's maybe a small piece of it in chapter 2, but I can't remember. But obviously, Sophia, you found this in chapter 3. So it just is so many different places that I just feel like it's better to try and put it all in one place and move it, from here. Miss Stone and I talked about that.
Yeah.
Sophia, did you want to double check on any definition?
I just needed the example for the x coordinate.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Is that?
Let's see. All I did and all this person did, to be honest with you. Let me see. Where did I go? There it is. She just wrote down an ordered pair and pointed to the x coordinate in that. And Mary Faith, did I move that too quickly on you? Were you still writing, baby girl?
No, I'm good.
Oh, okay. So she just wrote an ordered pair. That's what she kind of did for the ordered pair. She actually wrote an ordered pair and then pointed to the X and pointed to the Y.
Can you
she did that
up just a little bit?
I sure can. And she didn't do that down here, but I think I'm just going to write it now. Like if you had the 12 and the 7, that same ordered pair that she had there, this would be the Y coordinate.
Oh, whoops.
Okay. I'm getting the axis and coordinate mixed up, I think.
Ah, okay. All right. Yeah, the x-axis is the horizontal number line in the coordinate plane. And the y-axis is the vertical number line in a coordinate plane.
Okay.
I'll scroll up to that in just a second. I don't want to move it too fast on Mary Faith. Are you still writing, Mary Faith?
No, I was hoping you could go to the x-axis one.
Yep.
Oh, I got confused with the x-axis and the x-coordinate. I flipped it.
That's what I said.
Okay. That's what Sophia just said too. And it's kind of interesting because she put the horizontal axis on the coordinate plane. It is kind of like a number line also. So if you put the horizontal number line, that would be fine. It's because she actually used the definition formed by the intersection of two number lines, the horizontal axis and the vertical axis, but they are actually two number lines that go on to negative infinity to positive infinity in both directions, vertically and horizontally. And the thing about it is I think, to be perfectly honest with you, a lot of you kind of have an idea or a picture of what the coordinate plane is and all of that, but actually knowing what the technical definition, I think, will later help you when we're graphing.
Yeah.
Because thinking of it as a number line might kind of change how you approach it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Especially when we're dealing with domain and range. Y'all are asking such good questions. I'm so proud of you all. That's amazing.
Oh, do you have the math? What is that? Do you have the math tests graded?
No, that is my next thing that I'm going to do. I work 2 jobs and I had to work my other job this morning. I have a bookkeeping job. And so I worked that. And then that's why I was running a little bit late getting to math lab, because I like to start it at 1, but it went over a little bit. But my boss and I are trying to work on some technical, like technology issues for the software. So, that never ever goes as smoothly as one would hope. Technology is a blessing and a curse.
One of the teachers, I forget what teacher, she just got this, I'm not sure, my mom was explaining it to me, but it's a notepad that looks like a spiral bound notebook, and you write on it with friction pins, and then you scan the code with your phone, and it'll organize the notes into your computer.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
She got it on Amazon. It's like Easy Note something.
Oh, wow. That is so cool.
I think all the teachers need that.
Amen. Amen.
Did you know that fall break is only 12 days away?
Honey, I did know that fall break is only 12 days away, and I'm stoked.
Oh my gosh. Well, and wait, what day is it?
Today is Thursday, September the 6th.
So in 5 days on Tuesday, I'm going to go get my hair done again.
Yay! That's wonderful. I need to, too. I need to make an appointment. That's a good reminder.
I can't do anything with red hair.
Oh, it's beautiful, though, Mary Faith.
I know. My parents would never let me.
I have natural highlights. I just kind of wanted to make them more noticeable, and now I'm just like, I want it totally different.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. Not like all the way. It's just I'm not sure how it's going to turn out.
The only natural highlights I have are gray, so I cover those.
Miss Burks, your hair has so much volume. It's so pretty.
You're very sweet. My hair is very thin, and it is a lot of product in that hair to make it look like that.
My hair is so thick that sometimes it just looks weird. It gets so poofy.
I know. I think you should share with me, Sophia. You have thick hair though too, don't you, Mary Faith?
Mine's a mixture. Some days it'll be like really thin, and then other days, like humid days, it'll be like a rat's nest.
Oh.
It's me every day.
And it's super thick and puffy.
It is not. Do you all need me to move this down so you can check it? Or are you good? Okay. So y'all have coordinate plane, x-axis, y-axis, quadrants. How about, should I stop it at origin?
Yes, please.
Or keep moving?
Keep moving.
Keep moving. Are you good, Sophia?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we going to be cutting these out and putting them in the notebook?
I don't know. What are y'all's thoughts on it? Why don't y'all help me out? Should we cut them and put them in there? Or should we just keep it 3-hole punched
I
and
kind of
put
like
it in a regular notebook? What would y'all prefer? I think I might give everybody the choice.
I kind of like this.
Yeah, I like
keeping it as a packet.
Okay. All right. Well, we can definitely do that. I think I'll give, because what I would do in the case that we had an open note, anything, if you needed this, I'd just say, if you have that, if you want to take it out in addition to your notebook, I would let everybody. You know, I'm not going to withhold, like if I'm doing an open note test, I'm going to do an open note test. But I can't think of any reason that I would do a vocabulary test. It's just really important that we're all on the same page as far as understanding what it means.
Please never do that. Geography has enough of that.
Geography is intense, is it not?
Horrible.
Mm.
I hate it very much.
I love maps and all that good stuff, but woo.
Ooh, I do not like maps. I don't like memorizing terms, because our past test had 54 terms on it, and it wasn't all like matching the definition to the term. It was all jumbled up.
But we didn't know which ones we were going to get because we had to study 153 of them.
I know. I never will forget the first geography test that Momo had. There were 300 terms, and there was going to be 150 on the test. I think since then it's changed.
No.
I was like, sweet Jesus.
Well, what are we doing next in chapter 3? Like, more? Are we gonna do the function equation?
Yeah, I actually kind of created my own chapter this time, my own unit, and I'm calling it 3A. So we won't use the book too awful much on this. We're going to use a lot of handouts and stuff like that, but I am super excited that you found this extension, because I might actually put that in there as a piece of this, because I had forgotten all about that. But mostly all of the everything's going to come from handouts and stuff, because I just didn't feel like like I said, the book had it all. It has all the same information, but it's scattered throughout the text. And I feel like y'all need to have this basic understanding before we move forward. So we're going to do 3A, and then we're going to do 3.
Okay.
Y'all need me to move this up a little?
Yes, please. Is it okay for, like, when I put the domain, I put here, I'll show you.
Hold on, let me switch over. Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. However you think of it, you know, that's the good thing about this. It does give you just kind of an option to draw it however you want to. Obviously, this person was more of a numbers person, and that's what made them think of it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
The key thing to know, and I don't know, is that the domain, and then sometimes with the function, it's called input and output. The domain, the input, and the X value are all kind of the same thing. And it's cool because it's in alphabetical order, because if you compare it to domain and range, D comes before R, X comes before Y, and the range is Y, and I in input comes before the O in output, and the output and the range are the same thing. So that's kind of an easy way to kind of remember it. But those are all the different names.
What's the difference between a domain and range and input and output?
I think it's just different names.
Okay.
Yes.
But it's the
The
same thing?
domain, yes, the domain is the input
Okay.
and the X value.
Okay.
Range is output
That
or
makes
the Y values. And that's why I said it's all like I comes before O. So you know that input is going to be the domain. D comes before R and X comes before Y in the alphabet.
Perfect.
Let me know when y'all want me to move it ahead. Was this better than doing problems? Or y'all like problems better?
No, I like this better.
I honestly like problems better.
Yeah, I would, Sophia. I would be with you on that. I kind of like
It
problems
depends on
better,
what problem.
but it does break it up a little.
It depends on what.
What kind of problems they are?
Yeah.
If not word problems, right?
No.
No.
I could do 100 of any type of problem you give me that isn't a word problem that we're learning about, and I'd do it happily.
Yeah. I didn't think the word problem on the test was too bad, though.
No.
I forgot it.
It was just the square footage of a rectangle. So not too bad. I try to put a little bit of geometry in there so that y'all are not spooked next year, you know?
Ugh.
I was gonna check geometry online this year at home, but I think it's too late to do that.
It's not.
It isn't?
Huh. Momo, she actually went, she pushed it all the way into the summer, but she didn't start it till February. So she was kind of under the gun, but she did that her freshman year.
That's what I want to do.
She will tell you that geometry online is kind of hard, but
Yeah.
you're giving yourself a long enough time to do it. But she will tell you the first semester is worse than the second. And it's a little hard to do online. But I mean, she survived it. Another person that did it is Matthew Garner.
Yeah.
Do you know Matthew?
Yeah.
I can't do anything online. It's so hard. That's why I don't do full homeschool because I can't learn online. I have to be like in front of like a teacher.
Because I want to do SAT prep online, and then I also want to try to do geometry so I can do Algebra 2 next year.
Ah. Yeah, I was going to say, well, no, it's not too late to sign up for geometry. You should talk to Miss Cosgrove about it, Sophia.
Okay.
If you really are interested, you should talk to her about it.
Yeah.
Y'all want me to move it ahead?
Yeah, I'm good. I don't know.
Okay. Mary Faith, are you okay? Are you with us still?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I'm here. I was getting my computer charger.
Okay. Can I move it ahead, or were you done?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm going to move to function notation. They have the definition of input output here. And I did compare it earlier to domain and range. You know, like that the input is the X value and the output is the result of substituting something in, but it's also the Y value because once it's substituted in, it's whatever you get as the result of it. And the good news about that is I like how this, the person that actually did this, how they actually used the same equation all the way down on during of the function notation. So they did like function notation, then an input, and then an output. And but if you didn't do that on your particular picture, that's fine, which is not a big deal. But I think this is kind of a good idea, and I will talk about that probably in class tomorrow too.
Okay. So is this chapter all about, we're going to start graphing?
Yes. But it's more of the big picture of graphing. And then next chapter, we're going to get into the more of the fine tuning of it. Like slope and all that good stuff that y'all love so much.
Nobody's on here today.
I know, it's weird.
I know, we're just hanging out together.
Well, I guess it's because there was no problems.
Yeah. Yeah.
I always
That's
forget
probably.
about the math lab. Sometimes.
I'm sorry?
I always forget about the math lab at 1. And then I get the email, I'm like, oh, here's the math lab. And it said 2 hours ago. I'm like, oops.
Oh.
So that's why you're never on here.
Well, I'm not having much trouble with math this year.
Praise the Lord.
But sometimes if I just had a question, just check. No, come on.
Well, I always like it when people are on there and asking questions. And y'all ask some really great questions about this stuff. So that's cool. I think we been through almost all of it?
Yeah, we have.
Did y'all get it all written down?
Yes, ma'am.
Yay. Sophia, were you able to check everything, honey?
Yes.
Okay, you have any other questions?
I don't think so.
Oh, good. All right, well, I'm definitely going to try to work on those tests so y'all can have them back by tomorrow.
I feel like I did good. I hope.
I have like 5 graded. I don't have yours or Mary Face, but so far everybody's been doing well. Just, it's that whole thing when I don't know if this is going to happen to y'all, but anybody that's really done anything, it's all been simple mistakes. No big deal.
That's always my problem. It's always simple mistakes for me.
Mine too, sister. Mine too.
It's like you forget the negative. Oh, you got that wrong.
Well, on the test, I got like a weird decimal for one of them. And I'm like, that's the answer. And then I come back to it and I got a totally different answer.
Oh.
But then if that happens, just do the problem again, and then if you get the same answer once, then
yeah. A couple people were like checking them, like you said, and getting different things, and then like I've gotten one person came up and said I've gotten like 4 different answers. I hate that when that happens because that's happened to me before, and I'm like, what?
I just have to reset my mind. I'm like, okay, do it step by step.
Yes. Amen.
Oh, Miss Spark, on one of my packet things, I lost the worksheet. Oh wait, no, I didn't. I saved it. I threw it away, and then I had to search for it in the trash can.
Oh.
It's on there. All crumbled up.
Oh no. Oh, is that? But you included it?
Yeah,
but it's just crumbled up.
yeah,
So I'll know which one it is then.
probably.
That's funny. Sounds like something I would do. I'm like, oh, I needed that. So, was there a lot of schoolwork for you guys today?
Not like usual. I usually finish schoolwork at 10 to 12 at night, and I'm almost done.
Oh,
Yeah,
yay.
today's not bad. It's just like lots of studying because we have a humanities test and a what else did we have? Oh, and a geography test.
Wait, oh yeah. Whoops. And I have a Latin test.
When's the Latin test?
What?
When is the Latin test?
Tomorrow. I have one every Friday.
Oh, I thought it met on Tuesday, Thursday.
Latin 1 does Monday, Wednesday, Friday, fifth period, and then I think Latin 2 is Tuesday, Thursday.
Oh, good to know. Did not know that.
Well, I guess you learn something new every day.
Yep.
Oh my gosh! So you know how like you had to do that summer reading?
Yes.
Also, for the one that we got, the book that we got to pick, how they're like, oh, you got to finish it by this, and then by this date, and then write an essay on it. They didn't even make a grade on it.
We had to write an essay on it.
Yeah, remember we had to write 2.
What did you write? I mean, what book did you read?
Daring to Hope. But they never put any grade in it, which is weird.
I did the one that Mo did. And we didn't have to do it.
Yeah, y'all only had to write questions, didn't you?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Mine just the book I did, my students just had to share their favorite part of the book and and how
right.
they were going to apply it.
We had to write 2 papers for the other book that we had to read.
Who was your leader?
To write a paper for this one.
Oh, I knew that you normally you have to write it for the other summer reading,
Yes.
but the free to read you normally don't have to.
Yeah, that's what it was.
The free to read you had to write an essay?
No.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, I've never known anybody to have to write an essay for that. What was the book called that you and Mo read, Sophia? Something
Almost gone.
Almost Gone. That's right. All I can remember is that it started with an A, but I couldn't remember.
I haven't even finished reading it.
Oh yeah, Momo did. It was good. She said.
I finished most of it, but I haven't finished the ending because I've been putting it off.
Why? Do you feel like it's sad?
No, I haven't had time because of schoolwork.
Oh yeah. Did you like it?
Yeah.
Mary Faith, did you like yours?
I did. Yeah, it was a really good book.
Oh, my arms hurt.
So are y'all doing anything for fall break?
Not really. I mean, we don't normally do much on fall break. It's mainly summer that we do big stuff and Christmas break.
I'm going to Tennessee I think the the Smoky Mountains. And
I feel like I remember you telling me that.
it's gonna be fun. I never go on a vacation, so it's exciting.
Are you going with family?
Yeah, my mom's mom is coming in from New Mexico.
Oh, fun.
And people are so shocked because I've never been to the beach in my whole life.
What?
Yep.
Have you ever been to like, are you talking like a beach, like an ocean or a sea beach, or like a lake beach in general, like any beach?
I've never been to a beach.
So you've never been to like Lake Ackworth?
I've been in Lake Ackworth
You've been what?
at a dock.
Oh, at a dock, but you've never stood on the sand at Lake Ackworth?
Oh, I think I have.
Okay. But you're talking about a beach that has like an ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not like a man-made Lake Ackworth kind of beach. I tell you what was weird to me, the very, very first time I saw one of the Great Lakes that has a beach, I figured out why they called them Great Lakes when I saw it, because it looks like the ocean because you can't see the other side. It's just not salt water.
That sounds
And
fun.
it has, I wouldn't say like waves that roll up, but it's looks wavy.
Is it
Like
dirty?
if it were an ocean. So, I mean, they're big.
Is it dirty like a normal lake?
Yes.
Ugh.
Yeah. It's kind of like, you know how the Atlantic side is dirtier than the Gulf side?
Yeah.
It's like that.
Mm.
So,
I want to go to the beach because they can actually get me tan in a few days.
yeah, that is true. You do tan quicker.
I get a little bit of color, but I do not tan. I burn.
Oh, I burned when as a kid, and then when I got older, I started tanning a little better. But I have to be careful at the beach.
Yeah, because it's like, so, I'll get like a little bit of color to where you can like see the difference, but it's not your tan.
But my middle daughter, she couldn't tan if you paid her. I mean, she is only like white as flour or burnt like a
Yeah,
lobster.
that's me.
It's one or the other. There's no in between on her.
Yep.
But Mackenzie Mo can tan. And my oldest daughter's somewhere in the middle. She tans and then kind of burns. I mean, she burns and then kind of it'll turn into a little bit of a tan.
Yeah, that's what I do. I either tan really slowly or I burn and then I get really tan.
It was the summer that so I swam for like, I'd say a solid like 3 hours. And then I had to go to volleyball practice. I went to practice and in the lighting, like, okay, so in the lighting in my house, it looked like I got tan. And I was like, dang, this is the first time I ever gotten tan. And then I get in the gym and I'm like, oh my gosh, I got screamed. I was so burnt. I looked like a tomato.
Oh, Lord. That's funny. Oh.
Okay, Miss Sparks, I have
We're-
to go. I have to finish
Okay, sweetheart.
my other work.
All right. Well, you have a good afternoon.
You too.
And I'll see you tomorrow in class.
All right.
Thanks for coming to Math Lab.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Do you know when's our next test?
Hang on, let me see. I'm not absolutely positive, but let's see. There is a quiz on September the 14th. So not it won't be a test. So like your homework stuff won't be due. There's a quiz on the 14th. And then I have an open note quiz written down for the 21st. So 2 Fridays in a row. But I need to double check because I know a lot of people give tests and quizzes just before you go on fall break. But I did make it an open note one because of that.
Okay.
So that, you know, with regard to that, if you all needed this sheet of paper for whatever reason, you could use this and your composition notebooks. So that's not what, that's a week from tomorrow and then another week. So 2 weeks, but it's just little quizzes. It's not that big. I mean, it's not that big of a deal.
So in an open note test, we're going to be able to use this definitions page too?
Yes.
Okay. Are we going to need it?
I don't really think so, but you know, if it made anybody feel better, you know, to have that in front of them to be like, oh, wait a minute, you know, because if I worded the question in some way that you were like, oh, what was that again? You know, you could refer back to the definition. But I'm hoping by then that I will have used these terms enough that everybody will be familiar with them. And we're not going to go too deep into arithmetic sequences either.
So how do geometry online?
I'm sorry, say that again.
How did Mo do geometry online?
It's a virtual academy is what it is. It's the Cornerstone Virtual Academy, and I think it's called CVA. And Miss Cosgrove signed you up for it. Oh. Like, so basically what happens is you do everything and then she proctors your final exam for your first semester and your second semester. But technically everything is online. She just proctors it. And I'll have to ask Mackenzie, all the tests are online, but perhaps the final exams Miss Cosgrove prints out. But she's just proctoring it. She's not going to like help you with the material. You have a teacher that you call. It's weird. You literally call this teacher once a week and she checks in with you to find out if you have any questions. And it was weird when Mackenzie had questions, this lady was able to help her over the phone. So, but that's what it is.
It's a real teacher?
Yes, ma'am. It's just everything else is online. Like all the homework is online and there's a few videos, I think, but a lot of it is like example problems and homework and stuff like that. And you like there's 2 or 3 different tabs, but you open all these different tabs and it shows you like what your homework is and what your progress is and where you are and all of that stuff. And what they do is, I can't remember how many weeks each semester is, but Miss Cosgrove kind of maps it out for you. And she'll be like, okay, if you're starting it now, then your final exam for first semester will be like February or something like that, you know, because we're, you know, January or something. And then like Mo's, she started like just before winter break. So like just before in like February of her freshman year, whatever. And so she took her final exam. I mean, they went ahead and signed her up for Algebra 2, but she took her final exam like the week before school started, her sophomore year.
Oh, wow. Wait, when did she start?
So like what she figured out is that she was like, okay, well, I think I want to skip ahead in math. But she didn't really figure it out till like January of her freshman year. And so she didn't realize that she actually could do it. So Miss Hamilton was telling her how the program worked. And then she recommended her to Miss Cosgrove. And then Miss Cosgrove explained how it did and all that stuff. I will tell you it's $1,000. But what I told Momo was if she failed the class, she'd have to pay me back. I think that was incentive for her to pass. And I think I think she might have gotten a B the first semester, but I can't remember. I just remember it being harder than the second, but I definitely know she finished the second one with an A. So she either had like an 88 or an 89, which would only make her mad the first semester, or she might have actually made a 90. But I think she made a higher A her second semester. And I think everybody she talks to, she's like, it's horrible at first because it seems like it's all words.
Yeah.
And proofs and stuff like that the first semester, which that is just geometry in a nutshell. But she's like, you have to work a little bit harder because you don't have a real quote unquote live teacher every day or every other day. You only talk to her about once a week. So you have to make sure that you're asking really good questions.
Yeah.
And that's the advice that she normally gives people. She goes, write down all of your questions, take all of your notes.
I don't know, because
I'm sorry, say that again.
Do you think it's worth it to move forward? Because I wanted to do, I wanted to skip pre-algebra and go to algebra 1, but it was too late. Miss Richardson said she recommended I did that, and then it was too late in the year.
Oh. Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, you're really good in math, so I do think that you could do it. It's and I think that you will enjoy Algebra 2 immensely. You know somebody else who did it? Do you know Lily Howerton?
I don't.
She's really, 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 really quiet. So
Is she a cheerleader?
She is in my Algebra 2 class, but she and Matthew Garner were actually in the same Algebra 1 class with me last year, and I have both of them in my Algebra 2 class this year. So she did geometry online last year.
Oh, the one with long blonde hair?
No, I think it's dark. I mean, not dark. It's not like black or anything, but it's maybe, I would say, like a light brown.
Huh.
She's super, super, super quiet, though. Super sweet, but very, very quiet.
I just don't know if it would be too much to add to my schedule.
You would definitely need probably an extra 3 hours a week to be successful, I would say. 3 to 4 hours a week. So I don't know what, because I know you play volleyball.
Yeah, but the season's really short. The season ends in like October. We only have 2 more home games.
And then, do you play another sport at Cornerstone?
No, it's just volleyball.
Well, I was going to say, then you might be able to do it. You might be able to do it. I mean, you're really organized. From what I can tell, you're very organized in your schoolwork, and you were already working ahead in physical science, and that kind of thing. Because when I was asking Carol one time, or Miss Wren, about something that you were asking me, and she goes, "Oh, she's working ahead." She goes, "I'm impressed." So, so I feel like as organized as you are, you would be definitely a candidate for it. I just don't want to, I don't want to like promote it big time, and then you come back and be like, "Miss Sparks, what did you do to me?"
Yeah, I'll probably talk to Miss Cosgrove about it and then my mom.
Yeah. I mean, you're a strong enough student Miss Cosgrove is going to ask, like she always does. Like she asked me about Lily and Matthew and would I recommend them? And I would totally recommend you for the program. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that you can do it. There's only been a couple people that I know of at Cornerstone that have tried it that, ended up being like, I don't want to do it. But most everybody else is, and Momo will just tell you that the first semester is hard. I don't know what Matthew and Lily would say. I could ask them for you, though, because I have them first.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll say, okay, so would you recommend it? I do think that I don't know. I don't think Lily did, but I do think Matthew, Momo did hire Miss Wynn, who was the geometry teacher at the time at the school, as a tutor. We hired her one time to make some clarifications of terms and stuff like that. And it was like she literally helped Momo get a huge light bulb moment. And then, and the cool thing is the good news is if you got their impact trip, you know, there you go. So she helped her a lot. And then I do think that Matthew at the very, very end ended up, I think his family hired a tutor. So that's always an option too, you know?
Yeah. Is it Miss Wynn with an N?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, you could hire her. And I know Miss Murphy, I don't know what your relationship with her is, but she also tutors geometry.
Yeah, she's really nice.
Yeah. So, you know, those are two options for you if you needed help.
Okay.
And the other thing that you can do, you know, I don't know if you have room in your schedule or not for a study hall, but you could switch to a math study hall for like second semester or something if you had room. I don't know if you have room. And then you would that would be like a captive audience. You could just use her as your help for the geometry. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
But
those are just some ideas. I'm sorry.
I don't have any electives.
Oh, you don't have any electives?
No, because health, humanities, and then I have Latin 1.
Oh, so you wouldn't have any room
Yeah.
in your schedule. Okay. Well, you definitely couldn't do that then. But you know that Miss Murphy and Miss Wynn lives out this way. You know, because I know you and I live close to each other.
Yeah, I live on East Paulding Road.
Yeah, Miss Wynn actually lives at Crossroads or near Crossroads.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, you might be able to work something out with her.
Yeah.
If you, I mean, you know, like I say, if you needed tutoring, like just something to get you up over the hump. There is a teacher and you schedule like talking to her. But the thing about it is I think Momo needed that like one-on-one. And she literally, we met with her, we paid her for an hour and a half. And it just was a light bulb moment. Like she just had this huge shift in being able to understand geometry because just some pieces and parts of it are a little more, I don't know, well, just different than algebra.
Yeah.
But I definitely think you're capable, but I'll be praying for you on that. But I think it would be amazing because I think you would actually be a great candidate because, you know, Miss Stone this past summer went to a class to be AP calculus certified. And I think that you are smart enough to be able to be ready for that class by then if you did that now. That would be your senior year. So you would actually get college calculus credit if you pass the AP part. So I mean just throwing some of that stuff out there of some of the advantages of doing it now, you know?
Is Miss Stone not teaching any other classes?
Miss Wynn?
Miss Stone.
Miss Stone, she teaches AP Calc, regular Calc. Well, she doesn't teach AP Calc yet because I think that starts next year. So, but she teaches calculus and pre-calculus.
Okay.
So, and then next year she'll teach and pre-calculus, there's honors and then on level pre-calc. And then all calculus classes it'll be honors or AP. So you'll take one or the other, but you would be on target to take either honors or AP.
Yeah, I'm interested in doing that.
Yeah. Because I really feel like I honestly feel like you would be successful in that.
I just started liking math from
really?
Yeah, last year, the beginning of the year, I was like, Math is my new favorite subject, and it has been now 2 years.
Oh, yay. Well, good. Because I was going to say you are very gifted in it, but I don't know. Did you just come to Cornerstone like in seventh grade, or did you do Go Math at Cornerstone?
I did Go Math.
Yeah, I don't think any. I probably shouldn't say this on on Math Lab, but I don't think anybody's a huge fan of math coming out of Go Math. There's not enough math in it. It's all writing.
Yeah, I remember that. It was hard. I didn't like it.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I was hoping that I was going to give people PTSD by giving them a dictionary today. Be like, oh my gosh, Miss Sparks, this is writing. It's like Go Math. But sometimes it's a good idea to write in math, and I'm not downing the fact of writing in math, but I think a lot of times it's better to have 20 problems that where you're demonstrating to yourself and the teacher that you actually know the concept, and then one or two writing problems that say how to explain it.
Yeah.
I think that's a better way to do it. But
sometimes word problems, when you're setting up an equation for the word problem, it gets complicated.
Yes. Yeah, I know. And I really want to do that a little bit more in class this year, because I feel like that will ready people for geometry, because it's kind of words and setting stuff up. So, but well, if you don't have anything else, I'm going to go start Algebra 2 Math Lab. This is what I do all day on Tuesday, Thursday, Sophia. I hop from one math lab to another.
All right.
All right. Well, you have a blessed day. It was fun chatting with you.
You too. Thank you for your help.
Not a problem. I'll see you tomorrow. Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.